I was really shocked. But apparently people that run those things on their TVs from home or whatever, I've seen, when I was in Hollywood, I got to do quite a few. They're always pulling people in off the street from Grumman's Chinese Theater, and over there a friend of mine runs his office right across from there and does the same thing. There are different companies have people come in and watch, pull 100 people, watch something, agree to watch it, preview it, are a part of it, and ask their opinion. So it's one of those things where they cut them off before the 12th, but they finished the 13th, but they left us up in the air. But with you and me, when you were talking, I saw me and you being investigators, but also tying in with Dr. Rick Allen Miller, which we promised to write his character and work with him and his publishing company. And then we've got T.J. Marsh Publishing, which is mine, and my family had the Timely Manner Books imprint from years ago, with my mother being an educator, all of them were school teachers, but she wrote for Texas Monthly and wrote for a social column with the Heartbeats that Grady's dead now. I guess Martha is. Grady Hallman had the Heartbeats with Dr. John Hill, which were friends of ours, my husband and mine, and Houston, when I was a spinneret and met Cher and her mother. God, what a beautiful woman. And the mother. Well, Cher was too, but she didn't talk. When I met her, she was quiet, didn't say anything. Her mother talked to me, and Sonny did in Houston. I was just 15. And so she was real young, but Sonny started talking to me. I was the first one in the line because I was tallest, tall brunette. But he said, "Aren't you a tall drink of water?" I thought that was fun. But I got to meet Sonny later on when he was a mayor or governor or something in a plane. I don't know if it was presupposed or not, because what I'd like to do with Richard, going back to this debris, is I've had a lot of famous stars I've met helping on Cloak and Dagger investigations, because they love to be involved with the government and other countries. And I learned an awful lot in 50 years. So we will say, Richard, that you're going to help me write a book from May 10th, 1967. The backstory will have to be anything from before that. So I may be a little older than you, 4 years or so. So we'll say when you were about 10. Let's see, if I was 15 in 67 when I met Sonny and Cher, and his Sonny's, it was Cher's mother, and she was beautiful and a very famous actress, singer type. I've seen her on RuPaul. Do you remember her name? We can't look it up right now, folks, because we got our studio all hooked up to our computer. So when y'all hear us talking, we're just talking live, talk show live. Do you remember her name? Somebody?
I don't off the top of my head.
Well, we're under entertainment today, Richard, so I don't have any of our psychic callers or, wanting life coaching. We're also life coaches, folks, and we're intuitive insight psychics and help people on radio sometimes. But we're sort of running a gambit on that because we're going back into this writing books and need our time for writing our series and episodes, working with some other people in Canada, Australia, and Ethiopia. And then Richard and I have another partner, Gigi, Queen Gigi, on Instagram, and she's working on some stories with us and Tom Schaefer, too, with our Free Cosmos nonprofit and all that. But we'll see how that goes. But today, Richard and I are going to start our club, our science fiction writers. And like I said, I called Ken for all you people that love astronauts and Mars stories and follow our UFO groups with Ken, because Ken just loves to talk ET stuff. But Richard and I are going to be more down to earth as investigators today. Now, I know that Ken will follow us on our UFO, cosmology, metaphysics stories with us and on Sundays. But today is a whole new reality that we are sharing. Why is somebody calling me right now? Can you hear me, Richard?
I don't know. Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, good. I'm talking on the set 9100 number, so that other one is so fancy, folks. It's got so many bells and whistles on it, I can't figure it out, some of these phones. But I've noticed coming back into the business, Richard and I would be considered old guys in the old gum shows, shoes like the real Men in Black with Will and, darn, he's my favorite actor from Texas. What's his name, the two Men in Black on the movie Men in Black? Tommy Lee Jones, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, think of it as two people, whether it's, what's Will's Smith, right?
Yep.
So Richard and I are going to think of us sort of like those kind of investigators, but for real, because that's kind of, we did undercover stuff that nobody knew about. But also think about X-Files with Mulder, and what was the woman's name? Fox Mulder and the red-haired chick, and I've even had red hair most of my life, brunette red hair. I'm white as snow right now with some copper strands in it. What was her character's name? Lord of mercy, folks. Anyway, tell me, it's in this reality right now. I'm trying to get you.
You're going away. I can't hear you clearly.
Oh, sorry. I'll sit forward. I don't know that will help. Let me get people trying to mess with me on my phone. In order to do radio, I'm going to have to buy another phone just to talk to you people, because this is real simple. And a lot of radio companies didn't understand how we could do it with just a cell phone, but we can. And that, through the years, has thrown everybody for a loop. And to have such good pickup. And, Richard, you listen to our shows on radio, on Stitcher, iHeart, Spotify. I go around and listen to them, Blueberry, SoundCloud, all over. And I've had them all over the world for 9 years. And even on YouTube now. I put them on Spreaker and they go on YouTube. And we sound really good. The only thing is if you have a dog or a cat or cars in the background, but today it's been really good. Excuse me. But back to the storyline. Richard and I will be the real investigators that have done some real stuff. And at the time, you're getting, you need to get paid, folks. You got to eat, okay? So don't hate us. Sure, there's going to be haters out there, Rick, but we'll get over it. But we're going to build up from today forward. This is a number 9. This is my 9th year. It is a Thursday, and Richard and I have been doing shows all year. I think he claimed February 22nd was his. I don't know. It'll be on here because the archives don't lie. You know why? We can hear our voices. So, but Richard, what day did you claim starting officially on this radio station or brand, TJMRCT Radio? Do you remember?
I don't offhand. I mean, I know it was sometime in February.
I know you and I did some shows for Janet out of Hawaii in the beginning, you and me together, but I don't remember when that was. But that was last year in 2020, right?
Yeah, well, that was on her radio show program as well. That wasn't on yours.
Yeah, we were on Aquarian Radio then. But Richard and I are doing this one. I don't know, folks. Anyway, just mark it down today that you guys are starting all over with Richard and I. If you want to join us, we're going to give you a $2 a month membership if you want to be in our books or radio shows. But Richard and I are going public, and we have a lot of experience, a lot of training. We're both life coaches. We're both psychic readers, intuitive readers, if you will. And because we've traveled the world and we've traveled the United States, coast to coast, you know, he was born in California and lives in as far east. He's just about touching the water, and I am touching the water. So I'm right in Gulf Breeze, right at the 3-mile bridge over to Pensacola. So there's water in front of me to both sides of me, and you got to get to me from Pensacola by bridge. And I'm telling you, as we were east to west coast here, and we've got people listening to us all over the world. I can show you the back door, China, Australia, the Emirates. A lot of people in Dubai like us. Now, For a while, they'd cut them out and wouldn't let them listen to us, but I see some coming back. So I guess they must have worked out their deal, Richard, in Dubai with some people. I know they own some of the Philippines. Did you know that, Richard? Dubai Emirates has some Philippines?
Say again?
I know.
Something about Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai, the Emirates, Arabian Emirates. Hold on, the dogs are going to bark. Anyway, I'm just talking around the world.
UAE,
anyway,
United Arab Emirates.
Something. United Arab Emirates. Yeah, they own a piece of the Philippines because when I went on my list of countries and I was on Google when it was asking me how I was going to run my business from Gulf Breeze, and Google, wants to date you and map you and put every country and every company you got and where you work. So I went ahead and added that because I have people listeners, and I've had people call in before, just like from around over in China and Hong Kong. They used to call in. But most of them all wanted to talk about the UFO stories. They were most interested over 9 years in all those stories. And then they liked conspiracy theories. So it's always that kind of stuff, curiosity, that you don't hear on the regular news. Now, funny enough, Richard and I have been the people helping the rich people that like to keep everything secret. And the government likes to keep everything secret. But, we're on the entertainment PR side of the house, and a lot of things are supposed to be cleared, but we're not going to talk about those agencies, not openly anyway, I guess. People call them the vegetable soup, the numbers, and but you can sort of guess. But on debris, they have actually put, back to that debris part because it rhymes with the Roswell debris that I actually was an investigator on, believe it or not, sent after it. So I'm going to send I don't know, Richard, we need to start somewhere. As of today, this is going to start our story, our first book, and it's a table deal, and it's all ATABL is all things allowed by law. I actually set up a Gmail for that, for my book series, for my science fiction writers, and we're going to write science fiction writing based on the truth. So you'll have to figure out what is based on real story, just like in Debris, is actually tracking how the Roswell incident, when it imploded, and I'm telling you the truth, anybody out there that believes in disclosure from real-time investigators, Richard Dolan kept asking for people like me, and he never even looked into who I really was. So how good a historian is Richard Dolan really? Intrigue and internet hosting. Now, there's all kind of culture, counterculture, and wars, Richard. And we're going to have cyberspace culture. And I think you and I, after 9 years, they know I can't hurt them too bad, right? You know what I'm saying, Richard? That I can keep a secret if I have to. And you can too, right?
Sure.
But I put us, you and me only. Nobody else is here. Nobody has ever done radio with me. I'm not sponsoring anybody's events. I'm not going to claim any of those UFO things I've already talked about. This is going to be Richard and TJ's story. But we can base it on truth and fiction. And if you people want to be in our writers group, we have an authors club organization, ACO, always have. I introduced it 9 years ago, right here on this very day. And if any of you didn't take advantage of it, that's on you, not me. I've been here. So if you didn't find it in your heart when I have been so open for 9 years to pick up the phone and call me, or find me in social media on Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or LinkedIn, that's on you. But as of today,